Hi everyone, welcome back to Sashay Away with Barry. I am here and I am here to recap RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under Season 1, Episode 3. It is the Girl Group Challenge and it is called Queens Down Under. That is the name of our song. It is available. I love that they don't no longer say it's available to buy on iTunes. It says you can buy and purchase them on all your music apps out there. So it is not just iTunes anymore. It is everywhere. You can stream it on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, wherever you listen to music. I think there's a Prime one as well from Amazon. If you're in another country, it's probably another one, but you can get it anywhere. So if you like these songs, you should go get them and support these queens. But I am back here and my tooth is finally fixed. It's been about 5 weeks since it happened, but it is finally done. Thank God, that's all I can say. It took the dentist long enough to do it. I went for my appointment literally 5 weeks ago. Couldn't get another appointment for 4 weeks. They scheduled me for 3 appointments this week. And the very last one was, of course, the one that I wanted done most, my tooth. I'm also wearing nail polish. That is because I did a little bit of drag this week. If you go to Instagram during this week, you will see that on my Insta story on Tuesday. That is the day it's going to pop up there because it is for a special occasion. And so that is that. You can't see my shirt, but I don't have any girl group t-shirts. So I am wearing the Pop Princess Madonna. This is Madonna from Who's That Girl? And I wore this to her last concert. It was a big hit with the fans. So I'm wearing it today. She is our pop princess here. Not a pop princess anymore. She is old. I don't know if she has a title, Queen of Pop maybe, but I don't know that that's really her. The Princess of Pop is obviously Britney Spears. I will not take that away from her. I'm sure now the younger gays think it's Ariana Grande, but it is still Miss Britney Spears in my opinion. That was a big tangent to tell you I don't have any girl group shirts. And so that is why I'm wearing Madonna. Reese did make a Madonna joke this week, so there's that as well. Blah, blah, blah. I have to pull it down. It was riding up on my neck from pulling it up. But we're going to talk about this episode. Last week, we said goodbye to Art Simone in a very, very shocking elimination during Snatch Game. I will say Art did have the worst Snatch Game. She did, however, have the best Runway, but that didn't seem to make any difference. They still put her in the bottom, and she did, in fact, lose that lip sync to Coco Jumbo, to which we bring on this episode. Coco Jumbo is very excited to have sent Art Simone home. Like everyone at home, I believe the queens all thought that Art Simone was a front runner and probably going to win the season. So she was very excited that she sent her home. That's it. We move right on. I'm going to start sharing my screen because we have a mini challenge this week. You know I love a mini challenge. We saw it at the end of last week's episode, and I was correct. It is a Baywatch reference for these red bathing suits, but it is called Babe Watch, and they are doing slow motion running. We have 2 pit crew members here. Max is back. That is our bearded daddy pit crew member. And now we have new pit crew member, Rod, joining us. And they are there to help the queens out. Starting us out is etc. etc. And I mean, she obviously has balloons in her boobs. For some reason, they came in with balloons and helium and were making weird noises. I'm guessing it was because they wanted to do balloons for boobs if they could. I don't really know. I'm not sure why they had balloons. It was never explained to us, but here they are. No one else wore them. I will say that. But I just want to point out this waist. It is insane how tiny this waist is. She is giving Miss Violet Chachki a run for her money. The balloon boobs are funny. It's fine. She did get her lollipop stuck in this piece of fur that she's apparently trying to use as a hat. And then the piece of fur immediately fell off when she started running. Did I say who this was? It's etc. etc. She was up first. These were just pure silly fun, and I enjoyed them for what they were. I'm not going to talk about them all a lot. You get the most from her because I was just explaining what happened. At the end, she did pop. She tried to pop her balloons. One of them popped and the other one did not, and they cut it off. So I'm assuming it popped at some point, but it did not on camera. Next we have Karen from finance. She's giving us some bush sticking out of the bathing suit with this crazy yellow hair and this I wish the picture was clearer because she looked like Mimi I'm First in makeup. It was a little terrifying to me and a little jolting. But again, they were just stupid fun and they were having a good time out there. Next, we had Ketamine. She brought out some cups of water and poured them on herself to make herself look wet. And then they did some running. It was, you know, cheesy, campy fun. I am getting tired of these yellow wigs from her. I will say Ketamine is my favorite queen on the season. I'm loving her very, very much. I know everyone is rooting for Anita Wiglet now, but I'm still team Ketamine. I really, really like her, and she just makes me laugh and makes me feel good. And that is what I want drag to do to me. Next, we have Electra Shock. She also has some hair coming out of her bathing suit. She has this crazy white on her nose. Her face is completely sunburned pink. I don't think anyone really knew what was happening. She did come out with that little cover up and took it off to show us the hair coming out of her crotch. So there you go. They did some jumping jacks and then they started running. Oh, I didn't say this was sponsored by Manscaped, and that is they were encouraged to have the hair coming out of their vaginas because Manscaped was the sponsor. Next, we had Coco Jumbo, and she just did some dancing for us. The boys didn't really do much other than they did the running. She shook her titties and then shook her ass. Pure entertainment. Next is Anita Wiglet. She's also got the bush coming out. She came out in this crazy old time goofy character, which is Anita Wiglet. She had a little wrap on. She took it off. I love that she had this necklace on underneath it. And she had these glasses on while they were looking for stuff. That's it. The palm tree has deflated as well. You can see behind her. Next was Maxi Shield. Maxi was one of my favorites. I love that she's carrying her little flat shoes because you don't wear them on the beach. They did some crazy running, and I think of the queens in the bathing suit, I actually think she looks the best because her legs are so big, but she is cinched in to where it just looks like it's her hips, and then she's cinched. So I think she looks fantastic in this. I don't like this wig. She likes these little short wigs, and I just don't like them. And finally, we have Tits Out, Scarlett Adams. She played a really dumb blonde, which is, you know, very, very Baywatch. I can't leave it on this picture because the nipples are going to get blocked probably. But we had two winners. They were Scarlett Adams was our first winner. It drives me crazy that she has this lipstick on her breastplate because they are not easy to clean, but that's besides the case. Like I said, they are doing girl groups this week, so I'm going to jump to a picture where we show the actual teams. So this is Scarlett's team. They were called the Outback Fake Hose. Yeah, Outback Fake Hose, which is a take on Outback Steakhouse, obviously. I think the name is super clever, and this is the team in the order that she picked them. She picked etc. first, that is etc. in the pink. Second, she picked Anita Wiglet in the silver sequins dress. And finally, she picked Coco Jumbo down front in the purple. Scarlett, of course, is in the back. This was their girl group, and they were, like I said, they were called Outback Fake Hose. Our second winner was Electra Shock. Again, the makeup on the breastplate drives me crazy. I thought, her name just left me. I thought Maxi Shield should have been the second winner. I enjoyed hers more. Scarlett, I agreed with. I think they were the top two, but RuPaul picked Electra Shock. I'm sure it's because both Elektra and Scarlett are dancers, and so they were opposite captains because this is a singing and dancing challenge. This is Electra's team in the order that she picked them. She picked Karen from Finance first. She picked Kita Mean second and was stuck with Maxi Shield because she did not have a choice. But she said that she did want Maxi Shield on her team. So there you have that. They got to record, they had to write their own lyrics, obviously, and then they had to record with the biggest girl group person of all time, Michelle Visage from Seduction. That is a joke. I don't fully mean that. I don't like Michelle Visage and I don't like Seduction. They had one song, let's be honest. So those are our teams. Then we had Miss RuPaul on the runway, and I have two pictures of her because she finally fucking looks stunning. This wig is gorgeous. Her makeup is perfection. I'm just assuming that Raven finally showed up week 3. And this is just beautiful. Oh my God, this wig is so good. And the makeup is flawless. She looks so good. I just can't stop looking at her. And this is her whole look. I love the color blue on her. She wears this really well. She is lit for the gods on this stage. I will tell you that because I will show you when you see these other pictures, you'll be like, oh my God, the lighting is fucking horrendous. But Ru got her lighting. Boy, did she ever, because she looks stunning. Finally, week 3, we have a look from RuPaul. So in the challenge, I'm going to go through each girl separately because we do find out later that they performed as a team, but they are all judged separately. So this is Scarlett Adams and their team. I didn't love them as a team. I thought their looks were weird together. They did all wear bodysuit tights, so I guess that's what's tying it together. But I just thought it was a disconnect. She is great on stage. Don't get me wrong. I think she's really, really good. I didn't like this wig that she wore with those hairs that she sculpted down her face. I think they look stupid. And I don't like this outfit either. I like the boots. I don't like everything else. Then we had Anita Wiglet, who I thought had the best verse in this group. It was hysterically funny. This outfit I don't get for the girl group. It's kind of like Joe Black from UK season 2, where her outfit didn't make any sense with the girl group. If anyone else, she and Coco, I thought kind of coordinated. And again, they all wore bodysuits. That's the only connecting piece. But I loved her verse. I thought it was super funny. I think she is really charismatic on stage. Her mouth just drives me crazy. I'm going to say that every week. It doesn't distract for the fact that I think she's a fantastic drag queen. It's just very distracting to me to watch. Next is Etc. Etc. I hate this outfit. I hate this wig. I did not like her verse. There's something about her that I just didn't like this episode. And so that may have thrown me off completely on her on this episode. I didn't like this at all. I thought she was going to be in the bottom 2 based on her performance and this look. I just did not like it. Finally, we had Coco Jumbo. They called her out saying that she messed some stuff up, and I didn't notice it. They said they saw it on her face. I think she looks gorgeous. This wig is beautiful. I think this, of all of the bodysuits up there, this one is the best one. The shrug is a little cheap, I get that. But I didn't think she was as bad as they all said she was. But that was our first team, the Outback Fake Hoes. I realized I didn't tell you the name of the next group. I'm sorry, there they are. This was their big finish. We had splits. Like I said, Anita and Coco look like they're both showgirls, so I get that together. Etc. Etc. looks like she's in lingerie, and Scarlett Adams is going to the hoedown. So yeah, there's just a big disconnect for me. I wish they were judged as groups because this would have been the bottom group, in my opinion. But that is not how they wanted to judge it this week for some reason. And we will get to that reason later. Our next group was called the 3.5 Men. And I think this is an hysterical name because they're all giants standing next to Maxi Shield, who looks like she's 5 foot tall, next to them all, which is really, really funny to me. So they called it 3.5 Men. I think it's really funny. This, of course, is the one and only Karen from Finance. I like this outfit. I don't love it. To me, she probably could have worn this as Dolly Parton, and it would have worked as well. It's kind of the same hair. It's kind of the same country flair to it. Her verse was fun. She did a great job. She's very smart and very witty. However, the standout for me in this episode or in this group was Kita Mean. I thought she was wonderful. This outfit, do I love it? No. It's a little wacky and kooky, and I don't understand it with the group. But I don't care because she was so funny and so good. I love that she made an overdose joke about her name being Kita Mean. I think that is super smart and super funny. Again, with the yellow wig, I'm a little tired of them, but you know, if that's her signature, that's her signature. Come on, Tina Burner, bring it through. Then we had Electra Shock. I thought Electra Shock was wonderful in this. The judges clearly did not like her. They thought she was stealing the show, but I think that only happened when she was doing her solo verse. I didn't notice it in the group part of it. And maybe the whole thing was supposed to be a group part, but they each had their own solo parts. I guess they just wanted her to do the part and not dance in it, but she's a dancer. She looks like a girl group person to me. I think she did perfectly fine and should not have been in the bottom 2. And that brings us to Maxi Shield, who struggled in the recording, but I think she nailed this. This might be my favorite look of the girl groups. It is so perfectly right for this. And it is so perfectly right for her to wear this because it is something that you would not expect her to wear. It is trashy and it is whorish. She is a big girl, but she is proud of being a big girl. And this wig is stunning. I know they counted her down. Michelle counted her down, I will say, because she stayed on the floor, but that's not really her fault. She was not the choreographer of the group. And she's not a dancer. We all know that. So it was probably the most comfortable for her. I think if she had made it a little more sexy on the floor rather than just kind of dragging herself around, it would have worked a little better. But I thought she was fantastic. RuPaul called her a star, and that's really all that matters. Fuck you, Michelle. So this group was my favorite, obviously. I think they should have been the winners of the challenge. And of them, I think Kita Mean probably would have been my actual winner with a very close set. I mean, they were all really good. That's what I don't understand. The judging on this, I don't get it at all because 2 of these people were in the bottom 3 out of this group, and that just makes no sense at all. But I give it up for the 3 men and a 3.5 men. Is that what it was? 3.5 men, something like that. Something like that, to that effect. I think they did a great, great job. Our runway this week was Bogan Prom Realness. I'm not Australian. I know we've heard the word bogan on here before, and I know I've listened to it on podcast what the definition was. I don't know what it is, but you know who does? Google. So this is what it says for the bogan definition. Bogan is the most significant word to be created in Australian English in the past 40 years. Okay. It is defined as an uncultured and unsophisticated person, a boorish and uncouth person. In the 2016 edition of the Australian, according to the 2016 edition of the Australian National Dictionary. Then I also looked up, how do you explain a bogan to an American? Bogans are like American rednecks. This is not my writing. This is not what I'm saying. This is very un-PC, but I'm reading it because this is what it says online. Bogans are like American rednecks, except more urban, probably a bit more racist on average, more physically fit on average. A lot of them have Speedo bodies, less obsessed with firearms, but even more prone to heavy drinking, and just as unintentionally offensive and awkward as American head necks. There you have it. That is not my definition. That is what I read online to you. So let's start it off. And this is et cetera, et cetera. And I hate this. I don't get it at all. No matter who you are, if you're a bogan, you would not wear this to prom. It's a tracksuit. And I would like to say this is the second week in a row she's wearing boots on the runway. I didn't mind them last time for her outfit, but no, you don't get a pass 2 weeks in a row. I think this is ugly. I don't like it. I think her nails are hideous. I know they're incredibly long, and maybe that's part of the bogan way. I don't like it. Again, I thought she was going to be in the bottom, and I thought this outfit would have put her there. Next we have Coco Jumbo. It's a very simple outfit, but it's cute. It's just not special. However, I could see someone wearing this to a prom at least, more so than et cetera's look. I will say this hair is fantastic. I love that she has like leaves and stuff in it, like she was having a little romp in the bushes. And her face is always beautiful. So I think it wasn't terrible for her. Next, we have Anita Wiglet. I don't get this dress as being part of that. It looks a little too sophisticated for it. She did have some teeth blacked out. The hair is perfect. It's this dress that I don't understand as part of this concept. But I think she looks good. Her face was really what kind of took it to that bogan place, I guess. Next, we have Scarlett Adams. This probably is the best runway. It's some kind of bag, and I didn't write it down what it is, but it's basically a bag that you can carry alcohol in, and it has a little nozzle, which you can see on the bottom of her dress. It is a silver bag. She is also carrying one as a purse, and she poured herself a cocktail while on the stage, which I thought was really, really smart. So the dress I think is really cute. I think it's a cute idea. These shoes are horrendously disgusting, but also fits the category, so they are forgivable. So I think she looks really good. Next, we have Electra Shock. The judges hated this. I don't think it's bad. I think it actually fits the category because I know her looks are not great. Her drag is very basic. She even said it in the verse. But I think it totally works for this category. It needs to be basic. It's very Cyndi Lauper from the 80s, which I adore. I think she looks cool. I guess the one thing I would not do is wear these high black boots, but I love the hair. I love the sunglasses. I actually love the dress. I think the dress is cute. So again, I disagree with the judges on this one. Ketamine came out in this yellow and leather, again, with the fucking yellow hair. She loves these boots as well. Maybe that's a bogan thing, these boots, because we were seeing boots on everyone. But at least these have a heel to them. I think she looks good. I don't get the whole trashy bogan thing from this. I mean, maybe it is. I just don't know. She's also not from Australia. She's from New Zealand. So maybe this is her interpretation of it. But I think she looks good nonetheless. Then we have Maxi Shield, and she said she was giving us bogan chaperone at the prom. And I love this. I think if that is what she was doing, she succeeded. The size of this fanny pack is hysterical to me. The tube top is everything. I love that she covered it up to make it just a little classier with this cover up. And the pants are out of this world. Again, this wig, stunning. Beautiful, beautiful wig. I know that she is friends with Vanity from Wigs by Vanity, and Vanity did all of her wigs for the show. So kudos to you. I think this is a great look. And then we have Karen from Finance, also with a fanny pack. Fanny packs are big. I don't get this outfit at all. I know she loves a jumpsuit, but I don't get all of these ruffles. It's very rosé with her ruffly tulle that we saw all season. I do like this hair. I think the hair is fun. I love that she put a tiara in there because she is going to prom. She told a little story that she has no friends, but she's still gonna have a good time. So I get that. I just don't like the outfit. I think the outfit is a little clownish to me. rather than Bogan, if I'm interpreting that correctly. So there's all of our queens. You can get a better look at them in this picture. My favorite outfit, it's probably a tie between Maxi and Scarlett, followed not far behind by Elektra. Those are my top three of these looks. I think they all met the category the best, in my opinion. But Karen and et cetera, our two ends were sent back to safety. And then we have our tops and our bottoms, which are Coco Jumbo, Anita Wiglet, Scarlett Adams, Electra Shock, Ketamine, and Maxi Shield. In the tops this week, we had Anita, Scarlett, and Kita. Those were our top three. Our bottom three were Coco, Electra, and Maxi. Oh my God, I'm just like blanking on their names tonight. Again, I don't agree with this judging. I would have made the team win. I would have chosen Electra's team. I guess that didn't fit with the challenge or the storytelling maybe of the show, which, you know, comes down to the producing of the show. I guess they didn't want Electra's team to win, even though they did better for some reason, and that's why they judged individually. I think it was predetermined who was going to be in the bottom, because in my opinion, the bottom probably would have been Coco and et cetera. They were on the same team as well, and they should have been the losing team, but I think they wanted Scarlett to win, and so they had to let her win. I thought of these groups, honestly, I thought Maxi Shield would have been at the top, along with Ketamine and probably Scarlett. She was the best on that team, but I liked Elektra. I would have sent Elektra back as safe with Karen, honestly, if we're going to judge individually. And thrown et cetera out here, because she did not deserve to just be safe. She needed to be critiqued based on what she did and that outfit she wore. Our winner, of course, was Scarlett Adams. I'm not going to dispute that. She did a great job. Her outfit was probably my favorite on the runway. I love that she made the necklace and earrings out of cigarettes. It's just trashy enough. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice this, but I do now. She put the murder tears on her eyes, and her wig is cool. So I get it. She's a great winner. Our bottom two were Coco Jumbo and Elektra this week. Not at all who I thought would have been the bottom two, other than Coco probably deserved to be there, et cetera, in my opinion, should have been there with her. But they are doing Shake a Group Thing by Peaches and Herb. And this, I always try to bring it back to Australia. This was a big song in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, which is one of the greatest drag movies ever. A lot of people compare it to Wong Fu. And in my opinion, Priscilla is a better movie. I loved it so much, and watch it regularly. So this is our song, Shake Your Groove Thing. Both of these queens are entertainers. One of my favorite parts is when they perform together on a lip sync for your life. It's one of the best things. Oh, she changed her boots, I think. I really think she did. Good for her. I'm talking about Elektra, of course, because she had thigh highs on the runway before. I'm just gonna go back and look to make sure I'm not making that up. Yeah, see, they're all the way up. All right, good for you. She changed them into boots that she could probably move around better in. But I love when they interact with each other, and it's not like they're out there just doing their own thing. Elektra threw in a lot of tricks. We got a death drop, a front split, and then a side split. So she was throwing tricks. You know that I am not a big fan of the tricks like that. I appreciate that people can do them. You're allowed one, maybe two in a lip sync, but not three. That is too many for me. So I would have honestly let Coco win just for that reason alone. But I do believe Elektra won this lip sync fair and square. So I can't dispute the judges when they gave her the win. I love this picture so much. This was her final split at the end, and her beads were in her mouth. And I think I caught it at the exact right moment because it makes me laugh. But again, she does look like Cyndi Lauper here. So I'm going to say. But Elektra is here to stay one more week at least. And we have to say goodbye to Coco. She's very sad that she's leaving, but she was so happy to be on the show. It is very surprising to me that we are sending home our only surviving POC queen week 3. We got rid of one on week 1. Now we're getting rid of one on week 3. Was Coco going to win the show? Probably not, but she probably deserved to go a little further than she did. I think if they had put her up against et cetera, who should have been in the bottom, et cetera, would have gone home. And so again, I think it is just storytelling and producing that has allowed this to happen. And I don't agree with it, honestly. She signs the mirror, of course, big jumbo there. And I love that she wrote PS, watch out, bitch, because there was this random note that was found in her stuff that said watch out or something like that, and they were trying to figure out who wrote it. They weren't sure if it was someone from the other team or if it was Art Simone who left it. I will say et cetera found it, so maybe she wrote it. I don't trust her. I'm liking her less and less every week, and I want her to be in the bottom so she can go home very, very soon. Next week on RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under, we get a oh my God, my mind blanked again. We get a design challenge, and they're going to make stuff out of this crap. I love design challenges. I love it when they make it out of unconventional material. So I'm very, very excited about this. I hope we have some talented seamstresses. I think we're going to have some that can't do anything, and those are always fun as well. But I think Kita Mean looks like she's very excited for this. That makes me very happy, because I will say it again, she's my favorite queen on the season right now. And I'm really, really rooting for her to win the whole thing. So that will happen next week. Yay! I'm going to stop sharing because I don't have any more photos. That's the end of our episode. If you want to toot and boot these looks, we're going to do the looks from the girl group performances and from the runway this time on my Instagram story, which is Sashay Away with Barry. You can look for them. I will be putting them up probably tomorrow if my photos are presentable enough. I may go back and try to get some decent ones offline if I can. If not, they're going to go up, and then they will be up sometime tomorrow. So look on my Instagram, Sashay Away with Barry, just like it's spelled, SASHAYWITHBARRY. That is on Instagram. Follow me, and then you can get into my Insta stories and toot and boot along with us. Those results are revealed on the Toots and Boots video that will happen this week with Chris and David. And then they'll be in that video that you can watch. That usually happens on Monday or Tuesday. It just depends on everyone's schedule. And so I'm not guaranteeing when that's going to happen. Last week, it didn't happen until Thursday. So there you have that. But I want to thank you all for watching with me. I look really tired. I just noticed that when I did that, I was like, oh, I'm either drunk or tired. And I literally had one drink today, so it's not that. And that was hours ago. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. However you are getting this content, whether it's on YouTube and you're seeing my beautiful face with my good tooth, or if you're listening to it on a podcast, on the podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, I thank you and I adore you. Things are getting better here. The CDC in the United States has said that masks are no longer required for fully vaccinated people, outdoors and indoors in most situations. There are some when it's heavy areas that you need to still do that. However, New York and New Jersey have not released their mask rules, so we are still wearing them here. At least I am. I know a lot of people won't, but they are still required here right now. I think that will change on Monday when we get final word from them. But until then, wear your mask, social distance, stay safe, Get the vaccine if you are eligible and able to. We need to really step this up so we can all get out of this pandemic healthy together. Please stay safe. I love you. Good night. Whenever you're watching this, it's 11:30 p.m. here in New York, so it's night for me. If you're watching this tomorrow, have a wonderful day. I love you. Goodbye.